It's been brought to my attention that some of you are potentially seeing me in a Minions costume in this intro. I can assure you I'm not wearing a Minions costume. If that is what you're seeing, that is an error on your end, and you should tell me all about it in the comments for engagement. This is not a Halloween costume. This is the closest thing I've got to a dressing gown. I don't own a dressing gown. I don't own pajamas. But sometimes, particularly on a Sunday morning, if I get up and can't be bothered to get straight in the shower, I'll just sling this hoodie on and go downstairs and see what the egg situation is down there. I think if we win this game with Suriname, we win promotion to the top level of the Nations League, which is what we're here for. We're all about the Nations League. Forget Rotherham. This is really a Suriname save now. We're going to win the World Cup. Right, we've got Kenneth in midfield, Penis at the back. That's what I'm talking about. This is a football team. And someone else is like, do the people who watch this channel need a video like this? We just want Lego City content. Well, Lego City content gets half the amount of views as content like this, and content like this brings in new viewers. So, yes, I think this is exactly what you need. It's a 1 of 10. Kev wins. But it is, unfortunately, the phase you have to go through whenever you start trying on a YouTube channel. The ones who liked it when you weren't trying don't like the change. So I apologise to the people who don't like change. Change has already happened. I need to make some money somewhere, and that seems to be the channel to make it at the moment. Ironically, this is the first video I've released this month on Block Party that wasn't suggested by ChatGPT. I was always going to make a Black Friday deals video because, why wouldn't you make a Black Friday deals video if you're running a Lego YouTube channel? Toys R Us is much closer to home, and I can go much more often. Milton Keynes is a pain in the trousers to get to. What a goal! Bounce that ball to celebrate. What a football goal that was. Oh, my word. Sorry for shouting. It's going to upset people. I mustn't shout, but what a goal that was. Look at the state of this. We are the best team in North America. We are the best South American team in North America. It's going to be even easier for it to hold focus because the eyes are basically where my eyes are. If it's focusing on these, this is also going to be in focus because they're basically the same distance from the camera. Let's have another football goal, shall we? Yes, we shall. In we go. Easy. The best South American team in North America, without question. Oh, I forgot he did those TV shows as well, 15 years ago. So I guess there was more money made there, and I imagine he gets residual checks from those. There you go. We have qualified for the next edition of the Gold Cup playoff due to our performance in the Nations League. Banana Nations League. Come on, there's your context. We went around the back. We brought in the Minions costume and then gave it context. Come on, then. Wonderful stuff. I'm so good at streaming. You lot are very lucky to have me. When's the next stream? When's the next stream? When's the next match? Against the Bananas! Bahamas. It looks like banana. That's your second piece of context. See what I did there? I've given it double context. Come on, then. I'm taking the hoodie off now. I have warmed up sufficiently. Can we have some striptease music? It was me all along, everybody. It was me in the costume. My net worth's £169,000, is it? Well, what on earth am I wasting my Tuesday evening doing this for then? That's your lot, boys and girls. I'm rich. I've got all that money. I will see you in 3 years when it runs out. Toodle pip. Bye. I don't know if did you get the extra? I did the extra sound effect of actually shutting the door as well. I opened and shut the door, so it sounded like I walked out. Did that come through? Or is my microphone too good? Because, spoilers, I wasted 168,000 on a microphone. I've been lurking while eating, but I truly hope you'll be talking poo bearing in the network game to upset Jack. I imagine Jack is constantly poo bearing. He strikes me as the sort. I think if I had to make a wild prediction about YouTube's work the space, that prediction would be he only owns one pair of trousers, and when they're in the wash, he has to be naked from the waist down. That just feels like something about Jack that's almost certainly true. I tell you what, I've taken it off and I'm cold now. My feet are freezing. Oh, if you're naked from the waist down, what's the point of being clothed from the waist up? To hide your man breasts is my main reason for wearing a shirt at all times. People don't need to see my man boobs. Sitting is highly precarious post 40. I never realised just how dangerous just sitting on the toilet would be. One thing I've stopped as a man in his 40s, there used to be a time, because I have one of those slow lowering toilet seats. There was a time in my life where I would just push it on its way down and nary a care in the world, just turn around and lower myself onto it. And if it hadn't gone all the way down yet, it can go down the rest of the way with me. We're going in the same direction. Let's travel together. What's the harm? You only need to find the answer to that question once, and for the rest of your life, you will be 100% certain before you sit on the toilet every single time that the toilet seat is all the way down. I promise you, you only need to find out what happens once. Oni Yan, thank you very much for the 12 months. Officially the best year of your life. Thank you very much. You don't want your underclackers getting crushed. Exactly. See, the Fru knows. I wish to learn from your mistakes, oh wise master. Right, okay then. Where's my other ball? One moment. I think it's down here. I need, my giraffe fell over. I need proper props for this. We're doing science. Right. And a bag. Balls in the bag. Okay. So, as a young man, you're probably quite tight up there. So, let's assume this is our toilet. These are our balls. As a young man, the seat's only part way down. You're pretty safe just sitting on it. And there you go. Now you can go about your business. You're fine. The older you get, so then you come to the halfway down toilet seat and you go to sit on it. Oh, yeah, I've sat on there nice and comfortable. And that is the danger that you have. Soundgate helped us. It didn't help Anna. Anna's taking a nap downstairs. She's just been woken up by a blood-curdling scream. She's going to come up here in a minute and be like, have you done it again? Are your balls okay? I've only heard that noise once before in my life. Do I be sitting down? Only in the middle of the night. Because then I don't have to put the light on. I feel like slow lowering toilet seats aren't common in the States. What, so you just hit the top and it just slams down? That feels even more dangerous. I refuse to put the heating on so the dangle isn't an issue for me at this time of year. Or just pee sitting down so the toilet seat never has to go down because it's always down. See, the problem with that, I also have old man knees. I've just seen the name of my right back. What a name. Is his first name what? That's a shame. His first name was what? That would be a great name. What happened to my anus? Do you really want to know? I have a torn bum hole that I've had for many years. Again, it's just part of getting old. Yeah, there's no reason to pay for an update. There's lots of updates that you don't have to pay for out there. Like my penis. My penis is fine. My penis, I would go so far as to say my penis is excellent. Now we need context. I mean, what do you mean you need context? I'm in my 40s. I don't get enough fibre in my diet. Occasionally, I tear my bum hole when I have a big poo. It's like tissue paper down there. If I don't have enough vegetables for a few days, I'll be walking with a limp for a week. Do you need more information? You lot lead the conversation. Please stop answering these questions during a match. Look, Topher, people are asking, so I've got to answer. I'm not going to be rude. If you're outright stealing the content, then yeah, don't be a wang. And if you're stealing it and then selling what you've stolen, you're a double wang with bells on, and you do deserve everything that comes at you. But just doing what I do is completely fine. What is Peacock? It's a streaming service in America that has the rights to all of the Premier League games. I don't pay for anything. I just use websites. See, you're breaking the law. I'm not. I'm a good boy. Big Johnson. In Canada, I use a service called Fubo. I just get a stream with no build-up and analysis. Is that the same with Peacock? Yeah, unless it's the main match. It literally just comes on as the match is starting. It has commentary, but yeah, there's no like studio show. Unless it's the main match that's on. I never subscribed to any of that before I did this as a job. I subscribed in order to be able to talk about it all. You'll even be able to see all the tweets me talking about how I was going to make a conscious effort to get into the Premier League. How I was going to start watching Premier League matches, adopt a Premier League team, subscribe to all the services. I mean, the business pays for my Athletic subscription because the only reason I have the Athletic is so I can read about football, so I can have football opinions. It's all about, it's all there documented on the internet. Come on, Steve. This is our big local derby, or one of them, and look at us winning. We're winning. We're so good. Oh, my bum hurts. Come on, let's have another one. Because we're good now. Look at us, be good now. Oh, we're going to do another one. Another football goal. We're good now. Sounds like a stand-up desk. I've got a stand-up desk. I mean, it's not about the camera being properly mounted. I had a proper camera mount for my desk. The problem is, my desk, because it's a sit-stand desk and it's a big one, it has a little bit of wobble, and you see me as I'm streaming. I'm constantly moving around. Hey, we're up to 113th. Come on. We are officially in the top 113 national teams in the world. Love it. Brad Collins is sad. Brad Collins can leave then. Yeah, go away then. No, you can leave them. All I really want is a return of SingStar. SingStar was the best game ever. Right, who are we voting for? Because I'm an international manager. That's why I'm getting to vote for this. Well, obviously, Bukayo Saka. And then Martinelli can be second. And in third place, we'll go with someone who's probably not going to win it. Who's the worst? Erling Haaland is the worst. I'm not putting him on there. Martinez can have it. There you go. They're my votes for the FIFA Best Men's Player. Yeah, so we'll see how we go. I've got plenty of Vocal Zone tea, and I bought some of those nose cannons that you can get from the shop. They had them on a bulk buy in Costa, the things where you basically squirt salty water up your nose and all the nasty stuff comes out the other side. They are vile, but they do clear the old nostrils out. How far ahead am I with Non-League to Legend? Tomorrow's is recorded, but that's it. I'm trying not to get too far ahead. I have a question. Whenever you take a new job, you get a new place to stay. What happens to the old place? We burn it down. Right, here we go. Long throw from Kenneth to Big Johnson. Here we go. That's a football. That's how we do things around these parts, boys and girls. What? Put your flag down, you tool. Nobody was offside as part of that move. That was a beautiful move of perfect football. We are the set piece boys. Yeeks. That's frustrating. A Sunderland good. I'm certain an out-swinging pervert corner is not on our repertoire either, so we shouldn't ever be doing that. That's not one of the 3 set pieces they've been given permission to do. Come on, Ricky. Brilliant. That was Ricky J. Jones in a nutshell, boys and girls. I love that man. KFC fries with chicken seasoning are good. I didn't know you could get them with the chicken seasoning. I mean, yeah, I do like if I have to have fries, because I don't think you can get a bucket of chicken without fries. So if I have to have fries, I do like to peel the skin off the chicken and wrap it around the fries, and that's pretty special. If I was the Colonel, I would sell that as like a little box meal. £4 and you can get a portion of fries and a load of chicken skins, because there must be loads of chicken skins left over from all the tenders and whatnot that they make, because they've not got skin on. So there's chicken. I've done the maths. There's loose chicken skin somewhere within this company, and I feel like it might be being wasted or going into the horrible gravy or something. Cook those skins. Let me wrap them around my chips. Popcorn chicken doesn't have skins on. The burgers don't have skins on. There's so much spare skin. I gave out, because Anna's not massively into fried chicken, so she gave me the choice the last time we were in town. She said, right, we can have Popeyes if you want. I was like, well, do you have Jollibee's just around the corner? I'll have a Jollibee instead. No, we'll have Popeyes, because she wanted to try the Popeyes gravy. So we had Popeyes. Come on, we need a win here. We need to keep winning to keep me going to the end of the stream. I think I will just pass out and go to bed if we start going on a losing run again. I can feel my eyes drooping. I think it's basically paprika and like onion powder, maybe a bit of garlic or something like that. I think it's mainly paprika. It's literally called chip spice. Call it and get some rest. I'll keep going for a bit. We've got to do a video for poor old Topher. Christmas is coming and silly Topher's got children. We need to get 1 million views a month on the LOLLUJO 2 for the next couple of months. Topher can buy himself a sports car. You have children, so yeah, but my children are adults. I've already had the conversation with my children where I said, look, Football Manager has been delayed. You have 2 choices. You either get a rubbish present in December or you get a good present in April. You choose. And they're old enough to make the right choice there. Anyone who used to watch our daily vlogs back in the day as well will realise just how much Lego are targeting my children at the moment with their gifts with purchase. They've just done, Amy's massively into reading, and they've just done one that is basically a bookcase with a person who looks like Amy reading in front of it. Lucy loves vinyl, and they're doing a record player coming up, and Andy loves trains, and they've got a train coming up, all as free gifts with the other Lego. And it's like, I mean, there's a chance they're just getting freebies that we would have got anyway as their Christmas presents, because, you know, they're right there and they're very targeted at them. Sorry, bro. Cam wants to focus on it. It's upside down. Haha. But I was the first one in the shop buying it, so of course they had one for me. They only let me have one. He can remind me of when we were both coming up at the same time and we took it in turns beating each other to milestones and tweeting each other about it. That seems to have stopped now. But I think he hit 10k first, I hit 20k first, he hit 50k first. I think I hit 100k first. And now he's on, what, 18 million? Good day, he doesn't tweet me anymore. Boo. 434k. That boy has done quite well, hasn't he? I imagine I might have got to 100k before him. I imagine he'll get to 500,000 before me, though. Someone was in my YouTube comments today, like, I bet views are really disappointing for you, aren't they, Kev? And the honest answer is, I mean, no, because it's a completely unprecedented situation. And I don't really know what my benchmark is. The way I look at it, the views non-league to legend is getting now, it's getting more views than Wembley got. It's getting more views than all but maybe 3 of the non-league to legends I've ever done. Yeah, it's getting less than it got last year and the year before, and probably the year before that. But they were on brand new games covered in hype when the game was at its biggest it had ever been post-COVID. If you'd have given me these view numbers on a new release non-league to legend 5 years ago, I'd have bitten your arm off. And I was full-time then, so it's not like views are so low that I've got anything to worry about. I can survive on this amount of views. Would I like more? Yes, please, if you've got some to spare. But the game's over a year old. You know, what are you going to do? Mr. Callum, not McCallum. Mr. Callum, thank you for 2 months. Guitartle, thank you for 17 months. Are you a guitar-shaped Pokemon? You sound like it. What a goal. What a goal. Now the worry is that FM25 is unplayable on release. I don't think that will matter views-wise. Do you think there'll be a buzz rather than apathy for FM25? Yes, I think there'll be a massive buzz. I think just like in most things, their little Twitter echo chamber of hyper nerds have got a big downer on for FM25. I would say 80% of the Football Manager player base don't even realise it's been delayed yet. There'll be huge buzz when it comes out. Just like there always is. What do you think FM will do about FM26 in terms of release? I think it'll come out in November as normal. That's how it was last time this happened. When Championship Manager 4 came out in March, the follow-up to it was out the following November. So, yeah, I think they'll do that again. All their contracts will be based on releasing then. They'll have had so much, they'll have caused themselves so many problems with this delay. I am very confident we won't have to put up with FM25 for long if it's rubbish. For a lot of people, they'll find out it was delayed when their significant other doesn't buy it for them at Christmas. Yeah, exactly. My brother found out it was delayed because I didn't get it in for his birthday on Saturday. Every year for like the last 20 years, my brother's birthday is the 9th of November, and every year I get him Football Manager. And this year I didn't because it doesn't exist. If it's rubbish, do you have confidence it will fix it within 6 months? I think FM26 will be better than 25, yeah. I don't think we're going to have a game this complete, to use their word, for 3 years. I think it'll take 3 years to get us back to the point where we're getting new features, for example. I think we've got at least 2 or 3 games of just getting back the features that are going to be taken out of FM25, and I think we have to make our peace with that. Because in 5 years' time, we'll be in a much stronger position than we are now. What did I get him instead? Nothing. He gets an IOU. He's 40 years old or 39 or what? I don't even know how old he is. I don't think it was his 40th. If it was, he didn't invite me to his 40th birthday party. So balls to him. I think he's just turned 39. He doesn't need a present. He can have a copy of FM25 when it comes out and like it. And he will like it. Because he's got 3 young kids and can't buy himself video games. Do you think you'll finish the season on the network game tomorrow? No. Will there be a second season? Not in that save, no. There will be more network game. It just won't be that save. What new features do we really need? That's it. We don't need any. The one everyone wanted was the graphics. Were you getting them? And if you don't like them, it's your fault for asking for them. I didn't want them. If I'd have had my way, we'd be playing FM25 now. It would be a slightly more advanced version of this one. No, people wanted their improved graphics. But when you think of the size of the team, this is why I put Tom ahead of Zealand. If you think of the size of the team that Zealand's got, and Tom's getting more views than him at the moment as just a one-man band. So, yeah, Tom knows his onions, unfortunately. He's getting too big for his boots. We need to knock him down a peg or two. I might start a rumour about him. If he carries on like this, we might actually let him play in the network game. That's how bad it's getting. Is Zealand coping well with this? Of course he's not. Zealand's now going through what he put us all through a couple of years ago. A guy who's younger than him doing what he does better than him, and there's nothing he can do to stop it from happening. It's exactly what he put me and Ben and Jack through. And I'm loving every minute of it because he is entirely powerless to stop it from happening. I stream as well. So, I mean, like I say, this is why, getting back to what started this little trail of conversation, this is why I'm not massively concerned about the level of views on Non-League to Legend right now. I'm not that reliant on that series doing really well to keep the wolves from the door. I miss when you used to do the breakdown finance thing every year. That was interesting. Yeah, I used to enjoy doing those as well. But like I said at the time, I had to stop because it got to the point where the numbers were, like the top line numbers were too big for me to be relatable. But they also weren't representative of how much I was actually earning because my expenses had gone up through the roof through hiring people. So in order to make there was no way to do it in a way that actually truly represented the situation without telling you how much I paid Topher. And it's like, hey, Topher, do you want me to tell everyone how much I pay you? No, thank you. I guess I'm not making those videos anymore then. There you go. He's straight in there with it. No, thank you. Whereas I'm completely comfortable with it. I don't mind. But yeah, if I told you the top line numbers, you'd never subscribe to my Twitch again. She's the one who makes sure I'm working on the right channels at the right time and makes sure that we're paying all the bills and everything is done the way it's supposed to be. And she tells me if we can afford to do this, that, or the other. And yeah, of course, she does the podcast, all that kind of stuff. Enjoy the videos. Couldn't you still do them and just give the net figure? But then it's less meaningful, isn't it? Because I haven't got any evidence to back it up then. I could say, well, this is what I earn after all my expenses over the course of the year. I can't show you any of the actual screens because they all show income. She does the adult stuff and I just play games, basically. Exactly that. Yeah, there's no way the business could function without Anna. We certainly couldn't have people that rely on us for their income without Anna being there as a grown-up, because I would absolutely spend Topher's wages on like bubblegum if Anna wasn't there to be a grown-up. So yeah. when I say she's HR, she's kind of HR and accounting and like logistics. She wears a lot of hats. I'm very much just production. Have I talked about what the Non-League to Legend twist was going to be that basically I was told I wasn't allowed to do because it's not the right time? I was going to go to Stansted Airport and get on the cheapest flight out of there and manage the team closest to wherever that plane landed. Wasn't allowed to do that. Apparently that's the kind of thing you do when the game is not delayed. And the real twist of awesomeness was on the day that I had a look to see where it would be. That cheapest flight was to Billund in Denmark, which is where Lego is, Legoland, the Lego house, the Lego factory. So obviously I would have made it a dual purpose trip. And this is where Anna was like, no, you are not doing that. That sounds very expensive. And she's absolutely correct. It's not the time to do that. Believe it or not. And I have the receipts. I have all the evidence in Slack because obviously I ran it by Topher before asking the boss. And legitimately I had the idea, then checked to see where would be cheapest. And when it was Billund, that's when I got even more excited. Topher thought it was a great idea. But again, Topher doesn't have to make the grown-up decisions either. Me and Topher are the content boys. We don't understand things like budget and bills. We're just here to make content. Yeah, Topher doesn't know how much things cost. If me and Topher had our way, Best Thing From would still be happening once a month. What was the closest team to Billund? They have a team in Billund. It would have involved a modded lower league Danish database if I'd have actually managed the Billund team, or I guess we could have just looked at a map of Denmark. I didn't get much further than that. I didn't want to completely spoil the video if I ended up doing it. I got as far as it's Billund and got giddy and started planning a trip to Legoland before Anna stopped the whole thing. Sounds like a weird tag team, the Content Boys. Isn't that what Omega Luke's tag team is called? Something like that, isn't it? I'm sure that's not a million miles away from what his actual tag team is called. I'd love to have, it's all part of making sure I don't have all my eggs in one basket. I would love to have 2 channels with 500,000 subscribers on each. So I'm insulated from stuff like the game being delayed. I would love to be able to react to Football Manager being delayed and be like, yeah, don't care. Doesn't matter to me. So it's really about having a second string to the bow, so I'm not completely reliant on the whims of Sega and Sports Interactive. What do I enjoy doing more? I really enjoy them both. At the moment, my 3 big hobbies are Football Manager, Lego, and making YouTube videos. So I love it all. I'm lucky I don't have to choose. It is Van Persie at Stoke. Yes, little Van Persie, Babby Van Persie. So I would like to be able to say, well, you know what, Football Manager, balls to you. You've postponed the game. I'll start making my content in like May when I get back from my cruise. Doesn't matter to me if I miss the launch. I think it'll matter to you more than it matters to me, because you miss out on all that free promo you get out of me every year. I'd quite like to be in that kind of position. I am not in that kind of position, but I would love to be. Right, boys and girls, I think we're going to end the stream there because January transfer window is opened. We've got business we need to do, and I just feel a bit rough, and I don't think I can concentrate on doing a proper transfer window. So we'll leave it there. We'll pick this up again on Sunday night. You can tell I'm not really with it, and we're just chatting about absolute nonsense because I didn't realise the transfer window opened yesterday. And this is quite an important window that I need to do properly. We're not a million miles away from a playoff push. We've got a lot of unhappy players. We need to give this a proper go. So we'll wrap it up there. Let's find somebody to raid. I've now finished my drink. I can feel my voice is going again.